Yeah, I'm like 15 to 17 minutes away, depending on the day and the conditions, of course. You deserve it because you're perfect. I had to erase this for my last. You got to become a photographer, child. You got to content creator. All right. So now you're gonna have. I remember looking at your form last night. It was dark spots because now I can't open my camera because it's recording. But how can I help you? Tell me what brings you in today.
I just feel like ever since my 30s, I've had trouble skin. Like,
okay.
20s or my skin was
I like
great.
the color on your nails.
Thank you,
You're
thank
welcome.
you.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like struggling with acne. I don't know if it's hormonal, whatever it is. Dark spots because of the acne. I'm a picker, I will say that. It does not be, but I'm just like, I can't stand the scabs on my face. So I just pick them off.
Right.
So then that leads, to this. It's just that constant cycle.
Yeah.
Dryness, too.
Yeah. You don't have a lot of radiance at all. You don't have any radiance.
Yeah.
But do you have a regimen now?
I do, yeah. I mean, I wash my face twice a day.
Okay. So you're doing something.
Sunscreen. I'm doing something.
So
I just don't know if it's the right thing.
Right, but that's fine. All we're gonna do, I like when y'all come in and say y'all have been at least trying to do something.
Yeah.
Because all we do is pull and plug. We'll pull what you have because it's obviously not working as well as you wanted to, and then we'll plug in some better products, and then of course the treatments with me.
Okay.
So we're going to acne. We gotta treat that first. Find out where that's coming from.
Yeah.
How often are you breaking out?
It seems like every week.
Okay. How old are you?
36.
Okay, so if you're breaking out every week, we need to look at what you're eating.
Yeah.
Because it got to be the diet. If you and that's pretty constant breakouts. If you're breaking out every week, yeah. So if it's pretty often, we look at sugar, and we look at dairy, and we look at stress, which everybody is under some form of stress at this point.
Yeah.
So. Do any of those things sound like
all three?
Okay, so all of the above.
Sugar.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
like
I
what?
Eat dairy. I'm a candy addict.
Okay.
I mean, I love candy. I like
what kind of
juice.
Candy?
I know all the best.
All
the best stuff I should not be eating.
So so that is causing your breakouts. It's running your blood sugar high. It's making your body try to pull that blood sugar down by sending you more insulin. Insulin makes you have more oil in the skin, a thicker oil in the skin, and it also disrupts the rate at which our skin exfoliates. It messes with the keratinocytes. So you don't want that. So you have too much shit going on, right? Because you have more oil in the skin. You got a thicker oil, and then it's not exfoliating like this. It makes it exfoliate like this. So of course it's gonna set up for a clog. You got more oil, thicker oil, and it's not exfoliating the skin at the rate it's not doing normally. So that's how sugar messes up and causes breakouts. Sugar is one of the things that can inflame our body into great measure right now, and we're highly addicted to it. So you're gonna struggle to get off it because you're addicted. Your body needs it right now. If you're drinking trash like juice and candy, and I call that cheap dates, and we have to stop cheap dates. We want high quality foods. If we're gonna eat trash, at least let it be the cake that my sister makes from scratch, and we know that's gonna rot and start to mold in a few days. It's but the stuff that we're getting in the stores, in the shops, and places like that, that we can come to it 79 days later and it still be perfect. We're not dealing with just sugar at that point. We're dealing with what are they using to preserve this for me to still be able to consume this later. So that's what I call cheap.
I thought about that, but that's so true.
Yeah, it's not just sugar. And we're not eating food right now. We're eating food like substances. Like it's not food. A lot of the stuff in the grocery store, it's not food. It's food-like substances because it doesn't give any value or nutrition to our body. It wrecks our body, and it gives us false hunger, and it feels, and then we're hungry, get hungrier again in a few hours. All that stuff is a bunch of trash in there. So my thing is, if you're gonna have sugar, have it with some intention and some moderation and some focus about what you're about to put your body through by having some cheap ass Starburst or some damn juice from HEB. Trash. For me, I have to balance it out. I don't like a lot of sugar, but when I do want something sweet, it's not gonna be that stuff. It's gonna be like, oh my God, I like creme brulee at every restaurant. So when I go to dinner, I'm gonna have the creme brulee. You know what I'm saying? Like, and other times I'm not. I'm from Louisiana. We eat rice, gravy all the time, right? I can't eat that. It comes a certain time in your life that you have to stop the shit. And you're probably at the door of needing to stop the shit.
I think so.
Because the thing about, that's why I ask you how old you are, because again, biologically, so we know with the sugar, how the sugar is causing the breakouts. The dairy does in the same sort of way. It messes with the androgen hormones, which is the male, more, we have testosterone in our body, we have male hormones, but of course at lower levels.
Yeah.
But when you're drinking milk, where did milk come from? Who's that milk for? We're not supposed to be drinking the people milk. Them people don't drink our milk. Chimpanzee don't drink a monkey, different, a cow milk, and a goat don't go nurse off of a chimpanzee.
Right.
We the only species that drink the milk of others. Past weaning.
Yeah.
We don't need to be having. And so then if you think about this country and the capitalism of this country and them having these cows and these animals and they have to produce more and they're giving these animals in addition to their normal hormones, because milk is to feed a baby cow. We are not baby cows.
Right.
And so if you think about it, milk is to nourish and to provide nutrition for a calf. That's growth.
Yeah.
So we're drinking that? That's meant for a baby cow. And whatever else they gave that animal. If it was sick, they might have gave it something to get it well. That's passing through breast milk.
Yeah.
Antibiotics, to produce more milk. They have to give them sometimes hormones to produce more, because we over here needing our ice cream, our cheese, and our cream cheese, all that trash. It's not good for us. But just because they sell it in the store don't mean we should be eating it.
Yeah.
That's one of the things. So, and then if your body is telling you when you're breaking out every week constantly like that, you're eating that. You're eating that, okay? And then so now, once you get that under control, hopefully you don't have to deal with the hormonal switch, because our hormonal switch is vast in a woman's body. So that's why we suffer so much more with hormonal acne. But estrogen, which is in our body in a large amounts, but as we age, it declines, right? And then we get into menopause, and then you hear about vaginal dryness, you hear about stuff like that. There's also skin dryness that comes with that too.
Okay.
And so a lot of women in their 50s, 60s, and 70s will complain about mature skin is drier skin because there's lack of estrogen, because estrogen helps us to produce hyaluronic acid. Have you heard of that? That's hydration. Hydration helps hydrate our skin. So estrogen suppresses oil in our skin. So as we age and our estrogen goes, she even will have benefits. So she's not able to suppress oil. So we start breaking out more. So you may deal with that in your 40s. So now we have the diet, which is the most pressing and not the easiest thing to change, but we know what we need to work at. It's gonna be the easiest thing to change versus your estrogen dropping and we get in your body and messing with it. You know what I'm saying? Easy in different ways, because when you start to try to wean yourself off of that, your body gonna give you the business about it, because you've been having it for so long. You should not even be drinking no juices. No energy drink, juices, Gatorade. What is that? What is that? What is in them juices you're drinking?
No clue.
Right? We don't be knowing.
Coloring.
Yeah, we don't be knowing. And it can contribute to a bunch of things, making us feel tired, making us feel anxiety, depression, just all kind of things. And we're just constantly eating that shitty ass food. And we don't even think that the fuel that we're putting in our body is important. We make sure we get to the tank and we put the best gas we can put in our cars, and we put the cheapest we can put in our bodies, a lot of us, which is ridiculous, because we only have one body. We can buy cars as long as we can afford cars. We can have cars, plenty of cars, but you only have one body. So you're gonna have to reduce the sugar. You have to be more intentional about how much sugar, because that's how it's gonna stop the breakouts. If we stop the breakouts, then of course we start dealing with the dark spots that the breakouts leave behind, right? But if you're struggling, which a lot of my clients do, I expect, from what I see, it takes y'all a good 7 or 8 months to get it together to really make the changes that y'all need in y'all's skin, because we have to treat acne first. Otherwise, if you're struggling with your diet, you're gonna always come back in with new dark spots, and so we're gonna get it in a circle. I don't like circles. So after a while, and I give y'all some time, because I know it takes a while. I'm like, okay, what we doing? I'm very tough, because I want results for y'all. And I have to be, because we fight sugar. and dairy. And everything is sugar and dairy, and we live in the South, and everything got cheese and cream cheese and sauce on top. And like me, I don't eat a lot of sauces because it adds extra calories. And I'm a drinker, you know, so I prefer, if I'm gonna be drinking at night, then I'm gonna eat a salad, I'm gonna eat some fish. I'm always trying to balance it. Not, and some days I go local. I just got back from Louisiana. I'm so damn sick. I ate boudin every day. I ate rice. Gosh. I ate bread. It made my hot flash. It's like you can tell what bad food does to you. My hot flash, I flashed the whole time I was there, and I didn't care. I was like, I'm going to make another boudin. I had boudin every day I was there, and I paid for it. I was sick. I came back home Wednesday night. I was like, so my sister, I want some vegetables, just that, because your body misses that. When you give your body trash, it gets used to trash, and it's gonna keep bugging you. Hey, send me some more of that trash you always send. But when you make the switch and then you start getting healthier foods, when you go eat the trash, it's gonna make you sick, which is what it's supposed to do. At this point, your body has just adapted to the foolishness of it all, and it's time for us to dial that back. Because this is not just about your skin, this is your body. Your skin is just saying what's going on. It's just telling the business. The skin is a picture of what's going on inside. So acne first, dark spots, we treat that the same, and I use chemical peels to treat the skin. I use very gentle peels on our skin. You cannot use anything that's going to overstimulate, cause too much inflammation in our skin. Anytime we have inflammation in our skin, it's going to leave hyperpigmentation behind, right? So when I heard you earlier when you first came in, you said, I am a picker and it leaves the dark spots behind. But if you have a pimple and it hurts, that's inflammation that's present there. If it's red, if it's, whatever, that's automatic inflammation, right? So just by it being there and having inflammation, it's gonna leave a dark spot. Whether you were the type that could ignore the hell out of it and never mess with it, but you said you're a picker, so when you go and you get at it, then you're further in the inflammation. And it can make the dark spot usually darker because you're producing more inflammation by messing with it. And like you said, it can, so because we're pushing it for it to come out, right? But sometimes it can go back deeper in, down into the fat and cause a deeper infection in the pore, because then now you're dealing with bacteria. The acne is actually called P. acnes. It's a long word, but it's a bacteria. So we start doing that, and that starts to spread, and it's not just localized in that area. Then you start getting with it around the other areas of your skin too. So that's why we tell y'all not to pick. But I know y'all don't pick, because at some point you gotta get it off your face, you know. So what I tell y'all is, first of all, when it starts to get painful and you feel it or starting to come up or whatever, ice it. It's very simple. We always forget, but just think about if you hurt your knee or your shoulder. So we put ice on it to decrease inflammation, right? If we decrease inflammation, we got a fighting chance of not having such a dark spot, as dark of a spot. The second thing is, if it's ready to be open, if you're looking at it and it's white and it's ready, put some warm compresses on it. And those warm compresses will encourage it to kind of come more to a head. And then usually you just kind of got to squeeze the skin around it. And if it's ready to come out, it's going to come out. So that's how I deal with the acne, y'all picking the acne and the dark spots. Back to the chemical peels. They're all gentle. They are all no downtime, or, you don't have the peeling skin that you'll have to run away from, the public and stuff like that. And I do them every 4 weeks when we first start. So the first visit is us getting to know each other, me telling you how things go, and then I perform a treatment on your skin, and then you get back home and you pull the products that you have now and you plug in the ones that I leave, let you go home with, okay? You're gonna leave with a cleanser, a sunscreen, a moisturizer. You're gonna leave with something to help with your post-procedure, post-chemical peel, and then something for your eye area, and then something for the dark spots, okay? When y'all come in as a woman like you, because I see this a lot, I don't start y'all on acne meds. We don't need acne meds when we know it's coming from the diet. The last thing you need, acne products. The last thing we need is extra products, right? So I do give y'all a lot of time to, now that y'all have somebody kind of holding your hand and guiding you and kind of encouraging you, say, don't eat that shit. It's mess up your face. You spending time and money with me. We need to gently, like the GPS tell you when you've gone the wrong way, when possible, make a U-turn. It's time to make a U-turn so we can get the skin that you want. But sugar and dairy is gonna give you a run for your money. You come in every 4 weeks, we peel the skin, I send you home. The first couple of visits we're adding, like the next time you come in, I'll add a retinol, which will help to start exfoliating your skin. So you'll start to do some peeling, micro chemical peeling at the house. So maybe like the first 2 visits, about the first 2 visits, I'm adding one product in to kind of, to where we're building up, and then we'll get you to where you have your all your maintenance products.
Okay.
Because we have so much melanin in our skin, every assault on our skin, the body views it as what it is, an assault. The sun, just the radiation from the sun's rays, that sun, the radiation inflames our skin. Our body's defense is to send pigmentation to the hyperpigmentation to the top. That's how we get a tan. That's our body's defense mechanism. So when you see those dark spots on our skin, our body knew that there was some injury there. It sends a lot of things to heal. One of the things it sends to heal is extra melanin. But in Black people, because we have so much melanin, that response is overdrive. And then we left with, it just piles in that same spot and leaves a dark spot. So that's how we're always fighting dark spots and pigmentation as people with skin of, high skin of color, higher melanin counts. So for that reason, in the morning regimen, I have 1 or 2 products to even out the skin. Nighttime, even out the skin, because that's what we're working on primarily. Once we get past the acne, we're talking about even the skin, keeping it even. Even if I have a pimple and I do have a dark spot, we already been pre-treating the skin. It's not gonna stay as long as these other ones that's been with me since high school, or whatever. And so, questions? Okay.
I'm following.
All right. So everything I do, it's not, like a la carte. Like whatever the skin needs at that time, that's what we're doing that day. We're always trying to stay on task to peel, but peeling, you have to put some respect on that. Like you can't come from Mexico and I peel your skin 3 days later. You can't get a peel today and leave from Mexico tomorrow and go get a peel. You can't even go to the day party at 50-15 and be all parade around Third Ward outside after a peel, because we have exfoliated your skin. We have done a chemical treatment to it. We can't have the radiation, especially in Houston. So you have to be careful with that. So in the summertime, it's a little bit more difficult because people are traveling, people in the pool, outside and stuff like that. So, but if there's a time where you're traveling or you're coming back from travel, just let me know and we can do a treatment, but it will not be a peel. And so that's what the majority of my clients always be wanting their skin done before their trips anyway. We just don't do a chemical peel that visit. Okay.
With the peel, how long would you push that out? Like a week or so?
So it depends, because the sun not that same sun no more, right? That sun is way hotter. I used to wait 7 to 10 days 7 years ago when I opened. Now it's more like 14, because for us, you can't tell our skin is damaged. We just get darker and darker and darker. If y'all come back here and y'all tan, I don't peel over tan skin, because that's peeling over damaged skin. So if I still can see a tan, I'm like, nope, we're doing it. Usually y'all need hydration and moisture anyway, because the sun is so drying to the skin. The skin is usually drying and cracking and peeling. You don't put a peel on top of that. You wait till the skin heals. So we kind of play it by ear. I started 14 days, but I also, every last person that I've been treating for years, I always start with the lowest peel here still, because you never know. People forget, oh God, I was outside raking the leaves and the kids came outside and played, and I stayed out a little bit longer than I thought I would. There wasn't even any sun outside, because we're not really looking for sun, because you can get a tan on a cloudy day, on an overcast day, right? Have you experienced that before?
Yeah.
That's radiation. So that's what we're more concerned about. Oh, we know where's the sun? Do I need to put my sunscreen on every single day? The weather's so bipolar around here. We don't know what it's gonna be from. Right? I have a membership plan that you can take advantage of. I have pulled out the paper to look at. It's financially beneficial to all my clients. The only thing that kind of gets clients is it's a 12-month commitment. So they're not sure about that, but if you buy everything a la carte from me, you're gonna spend a lot more money than getting a membership. I made it no-brainer for y'all, because it made I had to do something, and so that's why I did the membership, and I'll go over it with you afterwards.
It includes products as well?
Yes, exactly. It includes basically what everybody was getting, because I know what y'all getting. Y'all get the treatment, whatever the treatment is that day. dermaplaning. Have you ever received any? Okay, so I also do include dermaplaning because pretty much every last client wants dermaplaning. And then I did like discounts on my products, which is the first time I've never done, you know, that somebody can have continual discounts versus outside of monthly promos. And so, and then when I bring new products in, my membership clients are the first for me to try them out on. Or, you know, I'll send up the new product to y'all so y'all can give me your feedback. Then I can return to my chemist with some feedback, you know. So y'all are all the first. The membership clients are the first. At Christmas time, I give gifts and everything, you know. So it's really super beneficial. I don't think there's. If you don't have any other questions, I think we need to.
That was very thorough.
Yeah. I've been doing this a while. And you know what? It's the same thing. You see the same concerns with us Black women. Our issue's not in aging. Black does crack. But not like theirs crack. Our issue is really hyperpigmentation and keeping our skin even. It really is. If you think about us, I mean, a blanket. If we blanket us all together as a people, we're not concerned about aging. Our stuff is dark spots, and even diabetes. You can see in the skin. Have you seen people that look like they have blush on their cheeks? As big black patches. That's diabetes.
Really? I always wondered what that was.
That's what that is. Because you're like, how do you just look like you got blush? And for me, and probably for you too, I'll probably be able to see when I'm having too much sugar, I'll go in the mirror and hurry up and look like I ain't been acting crazy with it, right? Because you can start seeing a shadow of it start to form. I'm like, okay, Rich, impossible, make a U-turn. You know, like that's another when because everybody's threshold is really different with sugar, and I know mine is because I don't have a lot of it. So when I do